Welcome back to Dagryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave, and I've got a problem. What's the problem, you ask? Well, it's not just that it's 36 degrees in here and I'm wearing multiple layers and I've got the heater on. Yes, I have a heater in here. It's just a big room and it's not insulated. That's not the problem I'm talking about, though. What is the problem I'm talking about? Well, I want to buy more Trainz. The inspiration for my last video, the Lionel 2022 catalog versus Trainz.com, I did that because after looking at the catalog, I realized that I didn't want to pay that much for anything. So I was wondering what else I could get, for an amount that I would want to spend. And I spent way too much time looking at engines, and now I'm feeling the need to buy something. And I didn't want to buy anything yet. It's still too early in the year. I have things I need to fix and clean and sell to boost up the budget before I start whittling it away. Since the last video, I've been doing different searches on Trainz.com to see what different engines come up and what would fall into my self-imposed price limit. Now, there are some really nice engines out there that I could really twist my arm and go for, but I'm trying to be reasonable and semi-rational. So if I were to spend something right now, I wouldn't want to go above 200 bucks. So I've been looking at the site and resorting things and going through, and I've been thinking a lot about what would I buy next. And I think a lot of what I have is very similar. A lot of post-war or post-war themed steam engines, post-war style diesels. It got me thinking, what should I look for next? And I was thinking, obviously nothing too modern. Be too much of a shock to my system, I think. But I was thinking, like an MTH Protosound 1 type of an engine. Nothing too crazy or technological, but more modern than what I'm used to. And that just kind of opens the door to a whole bunch of different models and road names and features that I'm not even used to or aware of, half of them. So I'm not really sure what the point of this video is, other than I've been spending way too much time looking at engines and wondering if I'm just going to snap and just buy something. But I really would rather wait for the next train show. There are a couple of good ones coming up. If you were me, and knowing what I have for my engines, my post-war and early MPC type engines, and you were going to branch out into something a little more modern, what would you go for? Would you go by road name, or would you go for MTH, or Lionel, or would the Protosound 1, 2, 3, whatever they're up to, 4 now, I don't know. What would be the deciding factor if you were moving from a mostly post-war collection to something more modern? I guess, how would you narrow down your search? For me, I was thinking road names. Pensy, obviously, New York Central, Reading, I don't know. I don't necessarily want West Coast names, if only to put some kind of limit on what it is I collect. When I started, I was just going to collect post-war because I felt that was a good limitation to put on myself so that I wouldn't go crazy. Well, I feel like going a little crazy, so help me out. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff that caught my eye while sorting through all the stuff on Trainz.com. Let me know if there's something in this selection of engines that you would recommend for somebody like me who is mostly post-war. Or also, if you see something in this list that is a red flag, like do not get this one, let me know. Help me out so I don't make a big mistake. Because if I buy a more modern engine and it turns out to be a dud, well, you know what? I'm not gonna buy another one. So, share your wisdom and your knowledge with me on this one. Help me out, let me know what you think. Let me know where you might go from a mostly post-war collection. What would your first step be? Well, I feel like my first step was MPC. I moved out of the post-war to the MPC. So where would you go from there? Features, road names, whatever type of engine. There are certainly engines that I would like that aren't represented in the post-war and MPC eras. So there are some things for me to look at. But anyway, like I said, check out this selection of engines. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should get one above any of the others. And share your knowledge with me, because I'm in need of it. you in advance for any feedback that you're giving me on what I've shown you today. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Dagryffyn Hobby. And by the way, with all these layers on and the heater on, I'm actually not too cold. It's about 38 degrees in here.